Hello everyone, my name is NFT Drafter 7110 on Discord. This is a third video for overview of Pinmaster collaboration between Pinmaster video game and the bowling world. Pinmaster is a project on the Wax blockchain that is a play-to-earn game. It does have digital assets and NFTs, although that will be it isn't a traditional NFT. It isn't a security. Lots of news and speculations going around about securities coming in and cracking down on projects. And I mean, just so everyone is aware, us at Onboard Games, we've always been compliant in everything we do, and there's no fear of that. If that ever comes, we're gonna survive that round of assaults if they come in volleys. But this is pinmaster.io is where you can get more information about what the project we're talking about. This is the third video, so I encourage you, if you haven't seen them, to go back and watch the first two. It's basically talking about everything that's going into this project and how we hope to impact the bowling world and really increase real world bowling by 3% and also build a fun video game to play and some fun collectible cards and a Top Shots like collection of fun historical bowling moments. And the way we're going to get people into alleys is with a bowl in real life and earn a digital asset. So the way this will work, since this is where we are in this video, is step 6. So the way integrating Pinmaster into bowling alleys is, well, yeah, it's so funny that it doesn't come up. Everything else comes up, but this one doesn't really come up very well. In Chinese, huh? Strange, but um, so Pinmaster, this is a game. So getting into bowling alleys, integrating Pinmaster into bowling alleys is pretty simple. In fact, we have the software done for it. It isn't anything difficult. The bowling alley, again, we've had multiple meetings with people in the bowling alley world, and when you go get your shoes, this is all confirmed on their end and our end. You'll come in here. Let's say you're going to hit the screen. You're going to input your name, but before you do, on this screen and on this big screen here, it'll have our logo. Say, would you like to earn a digital asset? It'll have a Pinmaster logo, and if people click no, then they'll just go to this screen and put their names in bowl. If they click, it'll say, would you like to earn a free digital asset for bowling today's game? If they click yes, then a QR code will come up, and everyone who's there can scan the QR code and either log right in with their account since they've done this before, or they can create their account right there. And I know creating a Wax wallet can be burdensome for someone completely new to blockchain. So what we'll do is basically give them almost like a ghost account right there, send them their digital asset, let them see what it is, and if they ever want to claim it or interact with it in any fashion, they'll have to create a Wax wallet. Of course, we will encourage them to create a Wax wallet. We will ask for their email or phone number at that time, and keep prodding to get them to make that Wax wallet and get the NFT that we sent them validated. Again, in video 2, we go over the NFTs that are part of the collection. It's basically you get a collection from 1 and 3 NFTs that are probably about, I don't know, roughly, I don't know, 1,400 different NFTs. So 1 in 1,400 plus, 5 rarities for each one. So there's going to be a huge initial push for NFTs, but I also could see some of our partners wanting, specific things. If we were fortunate enough to, it looks really good. This website looks really great. But if we were fortunate enough to partner with Storm, they might want, Storm products specifically. Even beyond the bowling. It might be like a collection of their balls, which I'm sure we'll get a few jokes at, and it's worth it. But a collection of their shoes, a collection of their gear, and all the things that they offer, which are, I mean, again, this is a very all this stuff is stepping into the future. I mean, I want a pair of these shoes, and I'm not good enough to merit the shoes, but I don't even have the style yet, or the correct form when I bowl, but I am getting there. So integrating Pinmaster into bowling alleys will be as simple as just getting the A-OK from any of these bowling organizations. There's three bowling organizations. They have intimated that if any one of them does a deal with us, they're all going to come in as a joint venture, and just basically that will give us the entire bowling world. But even if it is just one, or any one of them has the ability to get us integrated into every bowling alley in the United States. So you come in, get your thing, you know, would you like a free NFT? Yes. Sign up right there, get it right there, bowl your game, and then if you come bowl, you have access to any one of those 1,400 NFTs you'll get given that day, and they'll all be common. You can only get common NFTs, but if you bowl one game a week for 2 weeks, then starting the third week you could get a rare. If you did 4 weeks, starting in the fifth week, you can get a rare, a common, or a legendary, and it'll go on and all the way up to till you can get all, or epic, then legendary, then mythical. So I mean, we're going to encourage people to bowl basically 3 weeks a month because you'll be able to get like a one pass every 4 weeks. As long as you bowl 3 out of 4 weeks, it'll count as a consistent bowling thing. So integrating Pinmaster software into bowling alleys is pretty easy. I mean, it will be, again, that'll be a massive event. It'll be one of the biggest events, in NFT history. It'll be one of the biggest events in I mean, I don't know about in bowling history, but I mean, probably in bowling history is probably the one of the largest marketing campaigns and opportunities that they've had to just start to just do a campaign that costs them no money and is very easy for everyone to understand, and it will put shoes on the wood. People will be out and bowling. So once we do that, it'll really be about pushing this bowl in real life and earn a digital asset. That's what getting in um, integrated into bowling alleys allows us to do. Marketing the event, that's something that will be pretty huge. And there's some, again, you look at Storm, you look at Bolero. I mean, this is these I've this what their website and this company in general really. If there's one near you, it's fun to find one of their events. I tried. There's none around us in Grand Rapids, but I mean, it just looks like a fun night. These are some really, they just really taken bowling and kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, GQ'd it, just made it gave it a nice facelift. It's still the same fun sport, but and obviously we'd hopefully things go well. We've not spoken with the PBA, but I think that they are tied into the people we have spoken with, and we'd have them on board. So this would be this huge marketing campaign for all bowling world. Almost every professional bowler would want to do this because it would push bowling and push the sport. And I mean, I don't know what the joint venture would look like between the bowling worlds, but it wouldn't be um, that outrageous for them to get a piece of the professional bowler collection packs. So they're pushing it for their own benefit as well as the benefit of the sport. And just everyone who goes bowling has a good time. And I know that from starting this project and going bowling about every, you know, 4 or 5 weeks since it started, maybe every 6 weeks, somewhere around there. But every time I do, it's fun, and I always wish I went a little bit more. But so market the event, launch bowl in real life, earn a digital asset. We've covered that a lot, and again, I expect it to be one of the biggest events that's ever occurred in the world of NFTs, and a large one in the world of bowling. So, this year will be its own entity. Like I could see this sitting around for, 3 to 6 months where we're just pumping this, pushing this, focused on this, and making news everywhere with this, growing the brand, adding new alleys around the world, because all it will take is a simple, just a simple plugin, like we see here, just a simple plugin from a local alley. It's not the software isn't too in depth to be integrated. It's just a QR code, saying where they're at, what their game is, done. So it's really not much integration at all at this point. And so we spent 3 to 6 months finalizing that, getting that nice and sharp and functioning great, and growing our brand, and growing the fans of these three things: Pinmaster, the collection. And then we go to another massive, really, really massive thing that could be as large as Bowl in real life and earn an NFT, and a little bit more involved, a little bit. But we have, again, we already have the software figured out, scoped out on our end. We haven't done any of the code writing because we're, here we're 9 to 12 months off from even considering this. But we have it scoped out. We understand how we can do this, and it'll be great. It'll work on the Pinmaster site. It'll work on the Pinmaster game, not the not at the bowling alley, but what it'll do is you'll go to the bowling alley. Say 4 or 5 of you, let's say 4 friends from around the world. 4 family members from around the world. Stationed around different countries, different states. You set a date that you're going to go bowling. You could all meet at a certain time, 7 p.m., or you could all have a 3-day window or a 24-hour window, and then just go bowl your game. And when you come in, and when you'll say yes, you'll click the QR code, and you'll be logged into the application, and all four of you, the application will read that you're signed up to do this game in this event, and when you bowl, if you do 3 games or 2 games or 1 game, whatever it be, it would just keep the score of that, and you can kind of watch in real time as your friends bowl, or maybe a delayed response of 10-15 minutes, but you could watch your friends scores, and after everyone has bowled, have a comparison. And we could have a national leaderboard for people who play the game doing something like this, and all of a sudden, again, this is fun, but I think about it a lot. And now Pinmaster sponsoring some professional bowlers. We're adding some people in there, and we're getting. We might, or maybe Storm or Brunswick or Motive or any of these other big brands decides that they see the guy leading our leaderboard who's averaging as good as some of the top pros in the world. All of a sudden he gets sponsored, and we'll find some stars through this, and I could see this just being just a great way to do the app. I mean, everyone knows in the NFT world, one of the biggest things you hear, in fact, probably 90% of the projects that really don't have a roadmap, they don't have anything like this, like they're not going to, I mean, they're just not going to make it. Like the things they offer people are either illegal or just not well thought out. And the reason people are staying from the reason that they do billions and billions of dollars is because the community. So I can see number 9, where you bowl with friends against friends from around the world, becoming huge just based on that aspect. I mean, there's probably 60 people in the Discord that I've become friends with just from last year of doing this all together and just writing out the turmoils and the growth together. And the bigger the app, the more people will be involved. The bigger our Discord room, the larger it'll be, and people will be doing this a lot. So this is a big step, and it will be, to me, just as large as Bull in real life and Earn a Digital Asset. Isn't as splashy, but maybe it is. That could be a totally secondary wave marketing campaign that, again, that we're offering to the bowling world in exchange for, really their marketing might. Like we'll give them the ability to market, and they can use their might to benefit from that, and we'll both benefit from it. So bowling with friends around the world is another thing that's pretty easy to understand. It's a massive concept. It's a massive marketing. I want to say schema, but that's a NFT term on wax. So it's just a big, huge, very easy to understand, fun to, I don't know, lots of fun and easy to understand. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. So we all understand how all of this works, but it's big and it's intricate, and that's why the first 2 videos were 25 minutes apiece, and this video could be just as long. So if we get down to here, we're rocking. Like we've already made a massive impact on the world, really. I mean, there's not many people that aren't going to have heard of this if it goes and works the way it should. And as this is growing, as this is blowing up, we release this section of the code, which will be a little more integrated and involved. But it's something that we've is doable, and we've verified this with our talks with bowling partners and developers. It's not that hard to do this code once we have their permission and a good deal together. Now, if you come down to number 10, this is something that, again, I'm excited about all of this. I mean, every single thing here I'm excited about. Now here, if we get down here, you're talking, it's probably 2 years from now, 18 months from this state, 18 to 24 months from here, and just do a simple fantasy game. We'll have to design the scoring points, and by this time we'll be friends with some professional bowlers. We'll have working relationships with lots of them, and we will outline a fantasy sports game. And we already have our company Onboard Games already has a fantasy game NFT draft. It's football now, and in the future there will be a bowling section, and it'll be connected probably more to Pinmaster than to oops, it'll be connected more to Pinmaster than it will be to NFT draft, but it'll be the same thing here. Like you come here, let's see. Oh, here's the game. So this is essentially what our tournaments look like. We have one running now. It's 375 teams, and today is Friday or Saturday. So lots of people join on Sundays, and we're still working some kinks out here, so people are kind of just waiting on the sideline to start playing. But you can see it's free to enter, and the tournaments there, I don't know. It'd probably be the probably the exact same model where it'd be free to enter. We'll take 20% of pack sales to fund all these tournaments, and we're funding stuff from Pinmaster, and we'll find ways to get all this stuff working, and people can you can pay and enter a tournament. Like this one here is $5, and most of that money, in fact, nearly all of it goes to fatten the prize pool, or you can enter for free, and that'll be the same system that we have for bowling, except when you go to create your team here. So if you go to like pick your team, you look here and you see that it's you're picking quarterbacks. And what we'll have here is it'll be a it'll be more of what we were talking about in the second video, where it's from that collection of professional bowlers and um, the collection of professional bowlers. So you can go through here, and what it'll do is it'll be defaulted. So you'll probably pick regions. You can probably pick the regions and the costs and everything else that, like here, instead of like position, it'll just be really what region of the country of the United States or what region of the world they're from. That'll be like a filtering system, so you can come through here. All the cards will be available to everyone. However, if you own the NFT, it'll probably be in a little brighter method, or it'll probably have a little line underneath it that says, owned, and you can click and use those, make your teams through your bowlers. So you can come by through here and click all these, and just so everyone knows who plays NFT Draft, this is one of my close friends' accounts, CKJC2. He really helped fund NFT Draft to start. He's been repaid, so he's very happy with that. And then, unfortunately, he came down with cancer, about a year ago, and really just, I mess around with his account, and it helped us a lot for testing. But he is in remission, so that is not only rare but very good news, and his life's churning along fine. So I'm very glad for him. He won't watch this. He doesn't do the internet very much, but just so everyone knows what collection this is that I see here, that I have access to here. But like this is our NFT Draft football. You make your teams. You come through here. You make your teams. Bowling will probably be five. It'll probably be five bowlers, so it'll be a little bit easier to create. Take a little bit of a quicker time. But when we have fantasy bowling that will appeal to all the people who play NFT Draft, and again, we're talking 2 years down the road from now when we've released an NBA version, maybe a racing version or a soccer version on top of the football version, and I guess American football, I should say, to clarify. But so I think it'll be, it'll launch to success. We'll have the entire bowling world. We'll have a lot of credibility with these two legs and before that have come out before us, and then we come to wagering integration, and that is just forms of bowling, betting on bowling, like doing player props. And a player prop is if a bowler's average is 240, and let's say he bowls well on this certain type of lane or in this certain tournament, maybe his average is a little bit higher, and so he comes in, and you'll pick above or below a 245, or you'll pick, will he hit four strikes in a row, or will she uh, you know place in the top 10. So, I mean, there's all these player props that you can bet and wager on. And then there'll also be team competitions. I mean, and teams basically, in this sense, in the format we're just thinking about using, would be just sponsored brands. And, people come in if there is league play, I mean, we can do even a smaller form of wagering integration. Now, again, this here is another, it really should be its own leg here, because it is just so much different than uh, everything above it. Here we'll need to partner with a gambling license. We don't have that, but this thing goes well, we're going to have our doors going to be getting knocked on every day for partnerships, and really for um, applying this to other events, which we already have plans for, and which we are designing the code to easily do. And then lastly, the mobile application. The mobile application could see itself up in one of these things. I actually, like, sometimes I can picture people playing in a league, and while they're waiting for their turn to bowl, playing Pinmaster mobile application on the game. Now, the mobile application will be different than the Pinmaster game we have now. It'll be much more skill based. It'll be just like something you see on let's see, like this. It's a traditional bowling game, but it'll use our cards, our NFTs, and when you have balls, when you have lanes, when you make your pitch with your bowlers. All of these metrics will be improved or dependent on the quality of your equipment. The quality of the bowling balls you have, the lucky shoes, the wrist guards. Again, there will be something later on for oil patterns and playing at night or big events. There's 4 or 5 different attributes we intend to add to the game as we roll on. But like I said, we definitely see that coming in and being part of our world, our ecosystem as well. Again, just another fun thing to add engagement. So that's pretty much it. That's the entire ecosystem for Pinmaster and the collaboration we hope and the vision we have to work with the bowling world. First thing is creating Pinmaster. That's 90% done. I mean, we still have a final few steps to get us out of beta, but we are in beta. It is working. People love playing it. And next is just finalizing this, getting a deal with our bowling partners and starting to work on the collections and the historical bowling moments. And again, once we have a deal, these things here will be pretty exciting. And then once we have this collection, we have a sale. We have this collection, we have a sale. Then 2 months, 3 months go by. We're marketing, we're growing our base the entire time. Everyone's getting all excited for bowling real life and earn a digital asset, and we start integrating into bowling alleys. That event gets marketed. The fact that this is coming, that we are done and ready, gets known around the world, at least around the United States to start, and probably around the bowling world. And then we launch your campaign. Everyone knows now if you go to your local bowling alley, you can earn a free digital asset. Some of them have already sold for as high as $278, and we anticipate that number to climb. And a few months later, after some excitement, we'll launch an equally compelling component, which is bowling with friends, bowl against friends from around the world. Or again, we'll have an in-game leaderboard, we'll have regional leaderboards, we'll have weekly leaderboards, all kinds of things like that to really start getting some new blood into the game. People who want even more recognition than they have. I mean, just our game could easily have some of the amount of the eyeballs that some of the smaller events have. We could capture those eyeballs. We're really close to capturing that now with I don't know what we have. Let's see, we have 8,000 people on our social media, and I guess that's not capturing those numbers, but it's a decent start, and our people will be we're very tight, and so people, if there's someone in there doing well, we're all going to be there watching and cheering them on. So as we launch that, and that is a whole branding opportunity in itself. We come on to bowling fantasy, which will be a very easy, and just to me, this is essentially we could finish this in 90 days. This can go from zero to finished. And then wagering integration is a dream, and who knows, really. I mean, again, we don't have lots of the components that would make this viable yet, but it is something we will be working towards. And a mobile application, again, is also something within our grasp right now. We would probably wait until this, because this is everything we're doing now is just focused on getting here. We are going in this order. Pinmaster's taken longer than we thought. There's a lot of things that we thought would be a lot more simple to do are more complex. So once we get that completed, we can make our deals and just work right down this list. And when this list is complete, or even when you come to here, and then obviously coming to here might double it, and coming to here might double that again, or add more to it, and this might add more to it. But once we get to here, everyone who's watching this video now should be very happy, because we'll be the early adopters of a paradigm shift in marketing and bowling. So that's it. I hope that you've watched all 3 videos, and if you have any ideas or comments, just again reach out on Discord. You can join our Discord at discord.gg/pinmaster, and it's a lively group. People are talking every day. They're playing the beta, so you can join now. Message one of the moderators, and you'll receive a free bowler to get started, and that is a limited time offer during beta. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy and appreciate what we're building here, what we have planned and coming, and have a good day.